welcome back again. It's Laura at Hyperstamper. I put together another themed journal, and this one also because the end of school will be coming up in June. So like in a month and a bit, right? So I thought this might be a really wonderful teacher's gift, or if you are a teacher and you want to celebrate the end of the year by treating yourself to a wonderful vintage antique teacher's journal. This is it. This is probably, I might have enough to make one later in the year, but this is a great one for now. And it's a biggie. It is 6 1/4 by 9 1/4, so it's really big. This is just my antique inkwell and a pen I made, or a pen I'm going to make out of this feather, just by cutting the end and putting in a pen refill in there. So you can make one yourself if you have a nice big feather. So this is from a 1950s school book. It was a soft cover book, so I used it, and it wasn't big enough to wrap all the way around, so I left the original spine here from the 30s and then put the original back of the book on there. Isn't it wonderful? Just got some ribbons to match. So this is a perfect teacher's themed journal, and everything inside is teacher and school themed antique and vintage ephemera, and it is fabulous. Let me show you what I put in here before I put it in my Etsy shop. So right here, I've got this wonderful page from the 1940s. Look at how great that is. Isn't that great? So we've got the books there and the ABCs and teacher up here. And this is the original first page of this book. Okay. And it's called Going to School. And then we've got this on the other side. It's just perfect. This is a student's page. Remember they used to do the check marks like this? They were like the C's. Remember that? I didn't remember until I saw this. I love it. And that is quite old. I believe that is from, I want to say the 30s. And it's been marked up by the teacher, which I love. This is from a teacher's manual, or sorry, a student's notebook that the teacher graded. And this child here got an A. That's fun. I love it. Guess the riddles. So you can have some fun with that. Then I just put in this little mini journal here with my paper cutoffs for extra journaling space. And then over here in this pocket, oh, by the way, this page here is from the old book Lassie, and it's the first day of school. Isn't that great? And then this here came from a 1959 nature stamp collecting book, and the kids would paste these onto the matching spots. So I thought that was kind of fun. Teachers taught about those kinds of things. And then this here is from a 1950s magazine on fashions to go back to school. And we've got the pennant in the background there, just got the books. I just love it. I think it's really fun class. All right, this is another piece from a teacher's manual, Animals Grow Up. And then this I love. It's an antique page. It's kind of delicate, and you can put anything you want. Oh, Lacey might come and say hello. Anything you want in here. I might even put in a little surprise if you ask for it at checkout. Something that you'd like to personalize. It may be a date or an interest or something. This came from the 1930s. I love it. This is from an art education book and all the different kinds of font, and we recognize these to this day. This is from another little vintage children's school book, and it's got the antique paper on the back. I just love that. More of that teacher's manual here, and this is another children's book here with lots of school-themed pictures on there, and that was from the 40s. Isn't that great? You can tell by the cars. This is so fun. More of that students' work. 94%. Holy Hannah. And just another fun little children's book page. And there is the lesson on the back. This is the interior spine of this book, the actual hard book from the 30s. And I made it into a belly band and included this beautiful little elementary grammar page from the 1890s, which is lovely. To the student page there. And then another lesson page here, lots of journaling space. This is cool. So this is a note that I fell out of a school book actually. And it's a note a student wrote, I believe to maybe his girlfriend. Oh yeah, it says I love you at the bottom. So it's just that he has to stay in spelling class today. I thought that was fun. And a little love note. And then this is from a very old Monopoly game, Pay School Tax. And then this came from a school book here. You can just barely see the word readers on there, which I love. So that's a really cool, that was the cloth cover of an antique book. And another school lesson page here. And I love this, also from the 1930s. Look at the beautiful colors on there, very smooth paper. I am Mary, I go to school. This is from a 1953 or 54 yearbook. Oh, sorry, 1952, class of 52. And I guess they're looking ahead here. And then just a wonderful class picture. It's fantastic, I love it. And they even have somebody autographed it here, the original autograph. This is another wonderful, very old school book page. There, that's Peter. He cannot go to school. He's too little. So sweet. This here is from the early 1900s. Look at that wonderful classroom page. I love it. And then down here, the city school children and the country school children. Isn't that fascinating? I love that page so much. And then this is a very awesome postcard of Collegiate Institute. And that is from probably the 1920s. And that is just a vintage piece of cross stitch. And, oh, this is just a little piece I was going to find a place for. I might put it up in the corner. Forgot to glue it in. I'm not even going to lie about it. And this very cool early 1900s again. So it would have been in the book like this. So it's upside down on one side, it would seem, but it's not. And there is the students from the back and the students from the front. I love it so much. And then over here, we have another wonderful lessons book page here. Isn't that great? So here and here, another A. This is a smart student who owned this one. There we go. And this is from a 1930s little set with all the words that kids could play with to learn how to do sentences. So I picked Deep Stare here. And I love this little school book page, a lesson on foods. Turned it into a pocket and put in another one of these wonderful old yearbook pages. 1952 again. And then up here, look at this, again, early 1900s. Look at this little boy. It says here, late again, Dick has to hurry to school. He's got his little briefcase. And then this is from the 1930s. It's absolutely fabulous. It looks brand new, but it is extremely old. And I put it on here so you could use as much of that space to journal on as possible. I love it. There's only 24 sheets in the book, so I kind of hoard them a little bit, but it has to go in the teacher's book, right? This is just another great page with lots of letters. And then we have another teacher's manual here for lessons. And then this is another different little box of words here, completely separate. Will she ride? I just picked those words out because they kind of make a sentence. And then down here from the 1930s, another little lesson, school classroom, their lessons, and a vintage recipe card, never got used. And then this here is a research paper that a student did and hand typed it. You can journal on the back of that as well. This is a page out of a teacher's manual that is to the teacher. And just a fun cluster here of theater arts, because I took theater arts in school. And then this here is a wonderful little junior arithmetic book. It's quite old, and some child cut out these pretty flowers here and pasted them in the book. This is from 1947. I just love it. I think it's wonderful. So I turned it into a pocket here, and you can fill that up with other memorabilia, but you can also journal on the back here. Isn't that sweet? Another little student's page there. I'll put that back in here. And this is another Cream Hill School. That was a journal book I did a long time ago, and this is one wonderful plates in there. Another wonderful school pocket down here. And then this is a vintage education card. And this is a flinch card, the number 10. Love them. And another wonderful, just these are the best illustrations here from that teacher's manual. And then this is a page from the original book here, nice and hard, cardstocky. And another different kind of lesson book here. We've got the Join the Dots game and then little lessons, just really fun. I didn't do anything to it because I thought somebody might want to use that in a completely different way as I did. Great little teacher's book page down there. This is the original back page of this book with boys playing soccer out in the school field. And then another lesson here with the words on the other side. And of course, every teacher had flashcards. So this one is from the 50s. Another yearbook page here. And look at this giraffe teaching school. identifying the teacher, why not? And I love this workbook here. And some student went in and underlined all the important parts and made little notes. Isn't that great? Love it. Another wonderful children's book page here from the 40s. And this one down here is from a different, I've thought I must have used about 15 different school book pages in here. Again, another one here, and that brings us to the end. I hope you love it as much as I love making it. I think some teachers are just going to be thrilled with this one. So hyperstamper.etsy.com. Don't forget to subscribe and come back soon. Bye for now.